Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Demon Slayer episode 11. What happened last time?
Last time, the big fight came to an end. Tanjiro was whipped around in the air a couple times and had to use all of his water-breathing techniques to counteract that. And in the end, they were able to win and kill the other demons. Nezuko got an offer. Well, an offer was put out by Tamayo that she could take Nezuko and keep her safe. But Nezuko really wanted to go with Tanjiro, and Tanjiro wanted her there, obviously. So they took off and set it off, and then the crow came in and was like being kind of a shithead crow. And then he saw on the road at the very end of the episode the guy wearing the yellow jacket or yellow outfit, and who was begging a random girl to marry him because he might die at any second.
What do you think is going to happen this episode?
I think we're going to see more of that guy.
Alrighty.
And maybe find out why he's so pathetic.
Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you check out our previous Demon Slayer reactions. This is not a market substitute. There's going to be a short reaction highlight in the description. We encourage you to stay here on YouTube. We provide that for convenience, but the more people leave, the less YouTube recommends our videos, the worse these videos do. But you can do whatever you want. We provide that in the description so that you guys can, so that if you're watching on a phone or whatever, you can watch the show along with us. But we provide the uncut full reaction here on YouTube. This is an uncut, so hopefully at this point you can check out our Patreon to get a week ahead. Patreon.com/boldcast and get some exclusive reactions as well. But we're going to count down. I'm going to count down from 5, and then when I say play, I'm going to hit play. So it'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play, and then on play I will hit play. So with that being said, Demon Slayer episode 11, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Fuck. Is it too loud for you? No, I'll do it. Don't turn it there. Is that better?
Yeah. I thought the crows were supposed to be able to talk. Does he just have a shitty sparrow that can't even talk?
Maybe. But it looked like Tanjiro was like understanding. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I've seen up to episode 14, so we're coming up on that, but it was a while ago. But for those who are just joining us on these reactions. That's an opening that gets you right into the show. Just total incel thinking that any, like... I'm gonna be honest, I thought this was so lame when I saw it for the first time. Zenitsu. That's his name. What even? Oh my god.
Oh.
You like
I
the
like
sparrow?
The sparrow.
It's a really cute voice.
Sounds like Pikachu.
Yeah, it's
But just
it's
said
saying chew, which means mouse. So I don't know. It's just a sound, but like. He's like a little kid.
A jelly donut.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tasty looking jelly donut. Oh, we actually gave half. Not like Sasha half with the potato, but actually half. Also, we ripped that seaweed right in half.
Yeah, you must be pretty.
Just like with not even any strength, just with the tips of his fingers pulling it apart. I like that they're showing this.
He can't understand.
Well, I think the crows are actually talking. Like, the crows are actually talking,
Okay.
whereas he can, for some reason, understand the sparrow. Here we go. What do you think of Zenitsu so far?
Just pathetic.
Oh boy. It's pretty cute, Sparrow.
I want it.
You're gonna cry just from that.
Don't make promises that you might not be able to keep.
That's what he does, though.
He's like the sound guy, he's like the smell guy, and he's the sound guy.
It's really creepy noise. Oh my fucking god. That was gruesome. That's the thing about this show. No death is like, oh, well, that just happens. It's like every death is a loss. I really appreciate that. That they don't, like, take death lightly. There's demons in this house. There's demons in this house.
I wonder what this is. He like brings them to the house and he's like, if you can get out, then I won't eat you. Or something.
Persimmon? Do you know what color that is? Is that
like a orangey, like a yellowy orange, I think.
Yeah, I really like that. The whole death thing. I really appreciate that. Too many shows are like, oh fuck, he died. Keep moving on. Like,
Yeah.
turns his back on him. He's like a parent. Oh shit. You should have told them as long as you stay in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, don't go out into the sunlight if you need to open this. If you're in danger and need to open this box, don't go out into the sunlight. Stay under tree cover or go inside.
Yeah.
But obviously, you don't want to go inside this fucking place. Like some pots, a wash basin, a creepy light. Look at the tears, they're like bubbles. Oh my god. Why is that his, like, panic move? It pains me that you left it behind. Dear God.
It's gonna close. Oh.
It's a really dope house, but so freaky. Tsuzumi. What?
Shut up. I hate you.
What is that song? Your first instinct was to cower in fear. Oh shit, here we go. Mizunoto. Now they're just saying rank 10.
Whoa.
This is such a cool fight. I can't wait to experience it a second time now that I really like the show. Imagine if you were reading the manga and he opened a door and just saw a person with a boar's head, and was like, what the fuck? Because we seen him in the opening.
I know, I was gonna say that. I wish that he maybe wasn't.
Look at that fucking blade. They're like chipped. 2 of them. The exact opposite of Zenitsu. This music's incredible. Really? Yeah, this once I got to this part watching, because I think I stopped next episode. And I was just not really into it because I didn't like Zenitsu. I thought he was super fucking lame.
Yeah.
I thought he was super fucking annoying. But, like, I never had that start where I thought he was funny. Like, this time, we were laughing at the beginning, but then it was like, okay, like, he's really fucking annoying now. So there was never a point where I was like, oh, well, you know, it was funny at the start, at least. It was just, like, immediately annoying and not fun the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped next episode, and then I picked it up again, like, right before we started the channel. I watched 2 episodes, and then I was like, no, maybe if we're gonna do this reaction channel, then should save it. So I just stopped there.
Yeah, it does really suck that they show the guy with the boar head in, like, the opening and the ending. Because I feel like that would have been really scary.
It would have been freaky just to, like, that crazy reveal. Yeah, I imagine, like, that might have been the end of a chapter in the manga. Oh, here we go. Taisho's secret. Oh, the girl. Oh, it's Zenitsu this time.
You don't say.
It's not a secret. This guy's like the Sam Tarley. That's what he reminds me of.
I don't know
What do you think
if
of that
I
one?
like him or not. He's
Super fucking annoying.
It was really funny, but if he's gonna just be like, I need him to have some growth, and I need him to have it quick, or else it's gonna get real old.
Yeah.
Or they need to keep him. I mean, this was like the first episode he was really in, so I understand that he's like more of a focus.
Yeah.
But if he's pulling a lot of focus every episode, I can kind of understand why you would drop it, because he's not a nice character, you know?
Yeah.
But I imagine, and like from what it's kind of like I guess like a spoiler to like see like in the ending, like him and the boar guy arguing, because I feel like they're gonna really balance each other out, and then Tanjiro is still gonna be able to do his own thing, and those two are gonna like be side characters, but like be like really like their personalities are gonna be their personalities in contrast with each other is gonna be a lot of like the comedic relief, or like just them being them, and I can kind of tell that, which is probably gonna be okay. But just on his own, he's just so pathetic.
He really is.
He's really pathetic. I have zero respect for him. I hate him.
Yeah.
Might be being a little bit harsh, because he was funny at first, but it got so old really quickly. Of just him, like, sniveling and crying and, like, holding on to a child, and then the child just, like, destroys him and is just...
You were trying to leave on your own, is that it? You're trying to leave on your own? You're just gonna leave me here? A child? You're gonna leave me in this house alone? He's just like, why would you say that?
Tanjiro's reactions are pretty funny. I love how he's just disgusted.
He's such a fatherly type character. Like, they have such a weird dynamic where he's just like parenting him of like, no, you can have my share. It's fine. You need it more than I do. And then as he can only take so much, and then he starts getting like angry about it, but angry in like a parental way where he's not just like, you absolute piece of trash. He's just like, well, if that's how it's gonna be, I'm not gonna force you.
And then they follow along, and it's like when there's like a kid and they're like, I'm not going.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just start leaving.
Well,
and
looks like it's time to go. I'm leaving. No, wait.
Literally. I loved, though, in like the first part when he was just kind of like...
Yeah, he was just like literally disgusted by this guy.
Just like, I don't even know what to think right now.
Yeah, I didn't know people this cowardly existed. Like, I can't even...
It's so funny, because it seems like the boar guy, we don't know his name yet, so I'm just gonna call him that.
Sure.
He seems to be like the guy who's like, oh, I really want to fight. I kind of got something to prove, and I like fighting, and I'm gonna be like super strong, and I'm gonna kill all these demons to be strong. And then, but Tanjiro's just like, you know, I'm just gonna avenge my family, and I really care about human life, so I'm gonna do the right thing here, and it's kind of hard, but you know, it's for the good of humanity.
But the thing with Tanjiro is that the thought never crosses his mind to be cowardly. You know, like when he found his family, his thought was never, I need to get out of here. His immediate first thought was, I need to see if anyone's alive. I need to like save them. And when his sister like was a demon, he was never like, well, I need to save myself, and she's already dead, so fuck it. He was always like, no, I will do everything in my power to save them. Whenever he comes across anyway, his thought is always, even when they're dead, his thought is always, I need to pay respect to them. So
even
that their
to
death
demons
wasn't
when they die.
Even to demons. Like, his thought is never cowardly, ever. He always has the best thing in mind. So that's why he's so disgusting, because he literally, the thought never crosses his mind to do what Zenitsu does. So he can't, like, he is immediately disgusted by it.
Yeah, Zenitsu's just, like, kind of... I feel like... I wouldn't say... Like, that's why I feel like he's like, a good opposite style of character to Tanjiro, but I feel like he's gonna be even, like... Him and the boar guy are gonna be even more opposite in terms of just like pure like reckless bravery and pure cowardice. You know, I don't know. I mean, I haven't like seen too much of really either of them, so I can't fully make an analysis of like their trio dynamic.
Yeah, well, if and the show is like really classic in its storytelling, so like. I imagine, and I don't really know because I haven't seen much further ahead, but, like, I imagine his arc is, at the end, he's not cowardly. Or, like, you know, it's hard to say because they could go a different direction with it, but, like...
Or maybe he still is, but he's, like...
But, like, I'm just thinking of other shonen is they don't... the main character... They don't have... It's not common that, like, the main supporting guy is a super coward. That's what... The only one I could think of in, like, a shonen-y type story would be Jon Snow... and Sam Tarly in Game of Thrones, where, like, Sam is super fucking cowardly, and, like, that's the most shonen-y part, like, story in Game of Thrones, is Jon's story. So it kind of fits, but it's, like, at the end, Sam isn't, like, as cowardly as he was in the beginning. It's not even a spoiler. Like, it's just classic shit that if a guy's introduced super cowardly, he's going to find his strength by the end, and that's going to be his arc. With Zenitsu and with this show, it's hard to say. I don't know. I
guess
like
another one would be maybe like,
because like
maybe like. I don't know. I was trying to think
Harry Potter?
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, maybe Ron, but not really, because Ron was kind of like, he's kind of a wimp, but he's still like really brave.
I mean, there's kind of Eustace in Narnia.
Yeah, Eustace in Narnia would
but
be. But
he's more of a I guess he kind of fits because he is a coward, but he's more just a not self-aware piece of shit who just is a piece of shit because he had bad parents. But like, I'm also thinking like I'm thinking of like the things I usually compare it to. Berserk. There's not, like, a cowardly main character. Everyone in Berserk is usually brave. The cowardly people are evil. So, and in Attack on Titan, there's none of the main characters. Like, Armin, like, he's introduced and you think he's going to be super cowardly. And he sees himself as super cowardly, but he's actually not. He never does the cowardly thing. He always, like, is willing to sacrifice himself immediately if it means, like that somebody else will do well. Sometimes he can freeze up and not make the best decision, but that's not him being cowardly. But he does see himself that way, but he's actually not. And then I'm thinking Naruto. There's none of the main characters. I can't think of a main character in Naruto, at least where we're at in the story, that is like a coward. It's like I'm thinking of during, I won't say which fight just in case people haven't seen it, but like there's hang on, I'll whisper the character.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he's not really
cowardly. During the there's the ambush. Yeah. And the character is playing dead. If you see Naruto, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like I'm just thinking like, so it's kind of it's not super common for what I'm getting at. I'm just comparing it to different things, but like not super common for the main supporting guy in the main group of characters to be a coward, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's really common. Well, for like at least like if there's like a trio of characters, it's like usually like the smart one, the one, and then like the sort of like either like then the other one's either like cool or like kind of wimpy, but like still like the best friend. Kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like the chosen one who's usually like in classic storytelling, like the best trio I can think of. There's two. It's Naruto and Harry Potter are like the most classic trio of characters, where it's like there's the chosen one. Naruto's actually kind of weird, but like there's the chosen one, and then there's the stupid dopey friend who's still like a good guy, but not as smart, but willing to like go along and help the main character. Then there's the smart friend, or who like it gets kind of muddled, but like there's a smart one, there's the leader, then there's the brawn, and then there's the brains or something like that. There's some combination of that, or there's like Yeah. And Naruto gets muddled because Sakura is fucking useless, so the character traits kind of get piled onto Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah. And, like, even though Naruto's, like, technically the chosen one, Sasuke is more like...
He's closer to Harry Potter, like, in terms of the story beats and the story they're telling.
Yeah. So...
He's got the curse mark.
All that to say...
Whatever, yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with Demon Slayer.
And I want to see what they do with it and how they make him a likable character. Because typically, like you said, like, in other things, typically cowardice is, like, a villain trait.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, like, the bigwig villain, but, like, one of their, like, henchmen or whatever turns out to be a coward. And that's really common because it's hard to write a compelling story and a likable character who is a coward unless they change. Yeah. Unless their story is overcoming that, because it's not a desirable or attractive trait when it's not warranted. Like, there's a difference between just being, like, super brave and kind of reckless and being an actual coward.
Well, that, you know? And, like, it's a common thing, and we've learned this in, like, me and you learned this in our writing class that we took together, and it's a common thing. It's like the basic thing you learn about writing a main character is having an active protagonist. That's like a big thing, is that, like, if you have a coward, they're not going to be actives, and like the story isn't as compelling, or it's way more difficult to make it like really compelling and keep it moving if the protagonist isn't an active person. If they're just reacting to everything, then it feels kind of cheap. It feels like, why am I following this loser, you know? So it's a lot more difficult to make it. This is all like random storytelling shit that doesn't fully have a lot to do with Demon Slayer, but it's just interesting because basically what it comes down to is it's not common. That's all we're saying, basically.
Yeah, and typically if there's going to be, well, I don't know, I would say like sometimes there's like a actual main character who's more like that, and then their friends like push them to be more outgoing, or so I wouldn't say it's like completely unheard of, but it's interesting for specifically this story that we're seeing right now, to have someone who is so extreme in that way. Yeah.
Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. We're going to move on to the next one. We're watching 2, possibly more. We'll see. Yeah. Thank you guys for those of you who are watching our Demon Slayer stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching and everything. And if you want to get ahead, if you're watching on Patreon, thank you very much. But if you want to get a week ahead on this show and some of the others on our channel, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast. If you made it this far, we hope that you give it a like, because likes really, really help these videos when people are like leaving to go watch the reaction highlight. You don't have to, but it actually makes a huge difference if you guys like these videos. So if you want to, it's right there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Michael Wells,
Vash,
Salad Dallas,
Jude Caspino Buford,
Charles Liu,
D23L,
JC Andrada,
Napoleon Bonaparte,
Handicap Bonkai,
Brian,
Nelson Barbosa,
Xavier Rhodes,
Chris Janvey,
Yeet,
Lewis,
Iwin Pilger,
Aurora,
John Ortega,
and Zenge. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.